There was a first look of Hot Girl and Metamorpho and some behind the scene footage of Superman. And I wanted to get to this and get some of your thoughts as far as this footage here. This is the same actress, Isabel Merced from The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
And then Metamorpho. I mean, this is really like these are photos from the set. They're not really official shots that are going to see in the film. And then there's like this featurette.
Right.
Let's go to the beginning.
Like behind the scenes kind of thing.
Yeah. You want to hear some of the volume?
Yeah, sure. Let's see it.
I loved the purity of Superman. It was a time when I was starting to understand what movies were.
James didn't know that Superman was in his future. He wasn't sure that that was the one he should be doing. And then he called me one day and he said, I have a way in.
Saffron.
I know what I want to talk about.
I had been trying to crack it for years. This character is noble and he's beautiful.
We just finished day 1 on Superman.
It's been a hell of a week at the office. His scripts are so unique, his stories, they're heartfelt.
You know, we love the opportunity to play with the incredible DC library of characters and stories, and we really want to do justice for them.
Welcome to the Daily Planet. It's been so much fun to have the gang together finally.
I wear my trunks on the outside of my pants. Like, it's liberating.
James and his stories, he does it with heart.
Superman is a character who's good.
Who is filled with hope. He saves people because it's the right thing to do. We could use a little bit more of that.
Superman was my original superhero, and it started in comics, and I think it's going to be a game changer.
This is the beginning of the future. They are launching a new era right now.
It's the beginning of a whole new adventure and a whole new universe.
We're just getting started, and we're already deep in the DC universe. In James Gunn, we trust, and I think we can do it.
In James Gunn we trust. Kamran Pasha, what are your thoughts, my brother?
I think it's, first of all, I always love behind the scenes of any film, right? Because then I love watching the camera people and everyone else doing the work, right? Then you realize what it actually takes to make a movie. You know, they're always unsung, and that cool shot is because of the combination of all these people whose, you know, faces you don't see and whose names you often ignore at the end of the screen. So it's great to see that. But I love the commentary about the values of what Superman represents. I think a lot of people, not everyone, I know it's controversial, a lot of people loved what was done recently with some of the Superman stuff. Not everyone did, you know, release the Snyder Cut stuff, whatever. But not everyone bought into that vision of Superman Mr. Snyder had. I did not. I did not buy into that vision. I wanted to. I just couldn't go on the way, even in the very first movie of it. But here, I feel that at least he's saying the values that made Superman universal. And the fact that he goes back to that first film. We talked about it last time, Paulie. We're like, that maybe it's time to get past that first film with Christopher Reeve. But I don't know that you can get past that film. I think that was such an important moment in cinema. It defined a generation of us. It was the first movie that I saw as a child in the theater. It's the first movie that I saw, and I can still remember my heart wildly racing as I saw Superman fly and I saw Christopher Reeve. I mean, it was pure wonder. It was pure wonder. I must have been 4 years old, and it was pure wonder. And so it's important that he made those references. And I remain hopeful that this is going to be a good movie. And Rachel Brosnahan, she's just lovely, and she's a good actress. And she was in this the Amateur, which I actually enjoyed. I saw that this past weekend. I wish there was more of her in there, because I think
she's like small role.
Yeah, she's such a good actress, and I think she's right for Lois Lane. And so, yeah, I'm excited about this, and this film has added to that.
Fletch.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see, like the brightness of it. I think this one showed a little bit more brightness of the set. Um, and it kind of has that flow where you want to, cheer for it. And, we're having our fingers crossed.
I think what this does, and I just saw this behind the scenes with you guys, is like for me, like the Fantastic Four trailer, it's raised my level of excitement up for Superman because this Fantastic Four trailer was like I fell in love with it on another level. I'm like, this is doing something that the Superman trailer didn't necessarily do for me yet because I didn't know Superman. Now with this behind the scenes thing, I'm like, oh man, this is wonderful. Now I got two wonderful films to look forward to. We're really jaded nowadays, very cynical nowadays. We're ready to tear stuff up, and it's just like, you know what, man, these are Fantastic Four now. Superman for me, these can really knock it out of the park as far as just just heroism and and all those good ideals that we love to read and write about, Cameron.
Yeah. Yeah, and and I think it's important that superhero movies are kind of, people have been saying we've been had a too much. We've been overwhelmed with superhero movies. I think that in the current environment that we're in, with so much uncertainty and extreme changes in culture and society worldwide, I think people need this kind of superhero storytelling. I think the values that James Gunn is talking about are the kind of Superman we need right now. I don't think deconstructing Superman is what we need right now. And personally, I really loved the most recent Fantastic Four trailer that you referenced. I've liked the marketing because it's been teasing up to something, and and yeah, there's people on my Patreon that they don't like this, they don't like that, they're nitpicking it. For me, it was the family values of that thing that was very clear in the trailer for Fantastic Four, that it's that's what we need right now. When I think culture and society is tearing itself apart, I think that's what's going to hold us together, our values. And I like that Hollywood, which doesn't reflect those values in the way people live their lives here, is nonetheless smart enough finding out to start promoting those values again.
If they can pull this off, it could revitalize DC, because a lot of it is riding on on this film. They have some stuff in the works, but I think they put a bunch of stuff on hold to see what this is going to do.